Man, I always get caught with my pants down on that toggle. Anyways, hi everyone. I hope that the audio was coming through there. Anyways, yeah, hi everyone. Once again, flawless start to a stream where I mess with my toggles, or mess up with my toggles anyways. Today, I'm Xenith, and we're gonna be playing, we're gonna be playing more BDSP, my Nuzlocke. I'm thinking that, like, it's gonna be kind of a, like a duel thing, where I'm probably just mostly gonna be, like, chatting while I do this, because, I think I wanted to grind some levels out, and also friendship. That being said, where's my phone? I'm also gonna, let me check, I'm gonna check my stream audio, like, real quick. Just to make sure that, like, it's, like, actually working. Let me screw around with my stream audio again. Alright, I guess we're good. I am gonna have the fan on behind me, but I'll try not to make it too loud. It's just very hot. Okay. Alright, messed around for a bit longer. But how is everyone? I stayed up way too late last night. Again. Mostly because couldn't sleep. I decided that I couldn't sleep, and then, well, you know, like, I actually, like, played melatonin and I got really sleepy, so. Alright, I'm just gonna look up real quick. Friendship counter for Baneri. Because I do have one here. Binka Bear. Who, if you didn't know, is a good friend of mine. You should totally go watch their drawing streams. They're really cute. And they've got a very cute model. It's not really a bear, but I suppose, like, it'll just do for now. I was naming stuff based on follower count anyways. Let me see. So I want to look up how to max out Baneri's friendship checker. But of course, you know, like, it wouldn't be a Zen stream without, like, a lot of scuff in the beginning. Especially considering that, My internet's not really behaving itself right now. BDSP... Okay. Did you max out friendship? Oh my goodness. Massages are feeding the EV reducing. Man, the only thing about Baneri is just how difficult it is to like get it to evolve, but I don't think Lopunny's a bad Pokemon. It'd be nice to have as like, you know, just like assurance, I suppose, just in case something goes wrong. Yeah, I guess, like, I can't get to the point where, like, I have the massage lady at any point, so I guess we're just gonna be doing this the old-fashioned way. I know defeating Pokemon is a good way to get, friendship points, but I don't even have the Soothe Bell. Unless I can get that in the city somewhere. I guess I didn't ask around for that. Oh, shoot. Cynthia, jump scare. She looks so weird, all, like, scrungly and little like that. Whenever I see her, though, now I just think about, like, Volo. Finally been able to make one of your streams. Been trying to make it forever. Good luck on Baneri. Thank you! Also, hey, hi, what's up? Yeah, I'm not set on the Baneri. I've got other Pokemon that will evolve via friendship that I'm more invested in. Like, I've got a Budew, even though its nature is pretty bad. Its nature is pretty bad, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. I also have a Zubat, which will become a, shall become a Crobat at some point, and Crobat is, like, the GOAT. The only problem with that, though, is that, like, my Zubat also does not have a very good nature. I've been very, like... not much. Honestly understandable, not being set. Baneri difficult. Ooh, Zubat is delightful. Yeah, see, the issue that I was having, was, like, it's a pretty ass nature. It's like, I don't know, it's like, I don't remember, timid, I think? It's got, like, minus attack and plus speed, and it's like, why do I need a Zubat that's fast? It's already gonna be fast. And the fact that it's, like, decreasing its attack is just awful. And then my Budew, I think, literally has, like, the worst nature it could possibly have. It's got, like, plus defense minus special attack. That's so bad. So, that's not good. But, I mean, at least it means that I can take a hit better than a normal Budew can, if that means anything. I don't really have a whole lot of options for grass types. I mostly want a grass type because I know Cynthia's gonna be a huge pain in the ass with that, Gatrodon, so... You know, side thing, I actually really like how they made the statue look both like Palkia and like Dialga, because I think, like... I remember in the original games, it was just the one statue, but it was supposed to look like one or the other. So I was curious how they were gonna translate that into this game. Oh, that's the medicine shop. Never mind. No, there's nothing for me here. Damn. Awful natures. These have more encounters ahead. Also, yeah, the statue. I have a plan. If I can get a Garchomp, that would be nice. That'd be the GOAT. It's gonna take some, like, planning. But I'm sure that, like, I'm gonna be able to get one. Because I think there's a way to, like, finagle, encounters so that I can, like, guarantee a Gibble encounter later. Oh, shit, I accidentally activated the guide with this guy. Okay. Now, the thing about the Grand Underground, and I might do a poll on this later, I was gonna do a poll on how to treat the Grand Underground, because I know in this game, like, they just have all the Pokemon running around in the overworld. So, I think I was trying to, like, I was gonna see if, let me see. Yeah, so the Grand Underground, there are these big rooms in the Grand Underground. Now, I could treat those big rooms, like, as each one place to get an encounter, and then, I don't know, just, like, stand still, or just, like, you know, run around with my eyes closed until I get an encounter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think there's 7. So I could get 7 encounters down here if I just did the big rooms. Or, I was thinking about, I was also thinking about, like, maybe just doing, like, a set number of encounters. Like, it doesn't matter where, but just a set number of encounters down here. Where just, I don't know, like, the first 3 rooms I run into, I can only get an encounter in there, or something. I know some people do them as 1 per gym for Grand Underground. Oh, that'd be interesting. I mean, I can always come back here. So, like, and I'm not, like, planning on sticking around and, like, messing around and accidentally getting an encounter, and I can always come back. Maybe I'll do that as a poll then after this. Just do, like, a poll on Twitter, and then just ask everybody, like, hey, so, do you, want to do it, like, this way or this way? Because I think both rules are good. I think I was gonna leave it up to my audience to, like, see, like, what they prefer more. Do I still have to talk to him? Oh my god. Huh. I feel like it's like he gives you something, which is why, like, I need to complete this, like, guide or whatever. Back in my day, they didn't teach us how to do the Grand Underground. We just had to figure it out ourselves. Let's register this. Excuse me. That's right. Let's do this. The local communication. I'm not connected to the internet right now. Here I go. Oh my god, okay. If you can hear a motorcycle, like, running around, it's because there's, like, some fucking idiot who, like, decides that he's gonna ride around the neighborhood on, like, a motorcycle, revving it like an asshole. I don't remember how to ping. It can't be the how do I ping? I don't remember how to do that. Oh, that's right. Right stick. Okay, cool. Whoops, shit, I didn't pay attention. He wants me to dig up treasures. Yeah, I can hear the cycle. God, that sucks. Yeah, like, I mean, every neighborhood has it, right? Like, just some moron, like, on his big, like, Harley Davidson, that he has to let everybody know, like, how big his dick is. Which, if you're riding a motorcycle, can't be very big. I'm just saying. The thing about motorcycles is that, like, they're really sexy aesthetically, but I also, like, I'm kind of, like, terrified of them. Like, sexy in theory, but very dangerous and actually would be terrifying to, like, ride. I remember, I have actually ridden a motorcycle before. I wasn't driving. One of my dad's friends was driving. And at the time, I remember I was just so, like, I am gonna fall off and I'm gonna die. So, it's really, like, a question of, like, is it worth it? I agree, motorcycles are sexy. Unfortunately, you're not protected, and that's scary. Yeah, and I've seen so many, like, videos of, like, people on motorcycles where they don't drive recklessly. Like, in theory, they do everything right, and yet they still, like, eat shit because some car wasn't paying attention. That's what I'm scared of. You know, I never figured out the statue system in this game. I never really understood, like, what's the point. They smell like french fries. The neighbor's cooking something. There we go. Yes. I don't actually remember how many treasures he wanted me to pick up. Just, like, however many, or... Yeah, I guess I'll, like, find out. Maybe I'll just go up after this one. It's kind of like smoking, a little bit. In a way. Like, aesthetically, smoking is kind of sexy. But it's really bad for you. So I guess it's like a matter of just like, is it worth it? The answer is no, it's not worth it. But, sexy in theory. Maybe that's why it's like sexy to see like fictional characters that smoke. Because it's just like, hey, this is not a real person. So there's like no consequences to them smoking. Oh, it's so cute. I love the way Altaria like sits. It's like a little donut. Something about the danger of being a little bit cool. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's the idea of just like, oh, it's bad for me, but I'm doing it anyways. No, not that. Statues cause the encounter rates in this rooms to skew a bit to a certain type, but it doesn't really... Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, I always... To me, like, I just felt like they never really worked that well. Like, or when I was looking for specific Pokemon, it didn't really change anything. Maybe I just didn't really know how to use it, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I just kind of was like, I'm not really about it. Is it gonna give me more homework? Make a secret base. Ugh. I don't want to make a secret base. There's a lot of I get it, but also just like, I don't think they did this to you in the original game. I'm pretty sure they just like friggin' let you figure it out. Rip to the Nintendo, online systems, by the way. I'm pretty sure the Ground Underground is gonna be, like, solo forever now. I'm just gonna make a tunnel right here. Yes. Yippee. No, they just let you figure it out. It was so whack. I mean... Okay, wait. I'm afraid that he's gonna like tell me some annoying shit, like you have to decorate your underground base. So I'm just gonna put something down here. Place a statue. There. Yippee. There's one. No, they just let you figure it out. I mean, I think, like, normally I would say, like, hey, maybe they should be a little bit more, like, intuitive when teaching you how to do stuff. But, oh, you have to do a lot. If I remember correctly, they require you to do online assets in the end, I think. Yeah, and, like, that's just not available anymore. Alright, I made your stupid base. Oh, wait, actually, I like those. I want those. Okay, I already put one. Square pedestal. Is he done now? I'm not doing that. Hopefully that's like the one assignment that I don't have to do. Okay, I'm looking... Can I get the Soothe Bell in this city? Goodbye, Grand Underground. I'm never going back. No. I mean... Maybe I might, like, go back. If I do a poll and people vote that, like, I'm allowed to catch stuff in the underground, that's probably the only time I'm gonna go back. A recycle? I think TMs in this game are a little bit weird. Like, I feel like I only remember some of them being good. Where do I get the Soothe Bell from? Oops. Oh, you know what? I forgot to look up. What's my level limit? Let's see, level 22. Where's the Soothe Bell from? Soothe Bell. From the Pokemon Mason. Okay. Yeah, Route 212, so that's where the Pokemon Mansion is. Alright, so I'm not gonna be getting that for a little while then. The one problem about picking up a Pokemon that has a friendship evolution early is that you have no way of grinding friendship. At least not easily anyways. Somebody in here. And I don't have a bike, so I can't go on the cycling road, so I guess my only recourse is to fight Gardania. Because I mean, I think I could get an encounter. Can't I get an encounter off to the left? What kind of encounters can I even get there? Let me see if any of the encounters are worth it, or if I want to wait. Okay, Route 211. This game is making me want to replay Platinum. Like, not even on stream, but just, like, for nostalgia purposes. Let's see, Route 211. What's on Route 211? Metatite, Bidoof, Geodude. I already have those, so Dupe's Claws. Ponyta, Chingling. I mean, Metatite is relevant. That's fair. Platinum is really fun, given its opening. Yeah. I actually really like, Platinum. Top 10 games. I think I've mentioned this before, but, like, in a list of, like, my favoriteest Pokemon games ever, my favorite games are actually Black 2 and White 2. I think those are fantastic games, especially given the context of Black and White. My second favorite would be, I really like Alola, the Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but it's probably because I'm biased, because I'm just like, oh, yippee, Hawaii region. And then, after that, I like Platinum. Nothing wrong with Platinum, I think. I think I just, like, it didn't leave as much of an impression on me as, like, the other games did. Those are so colorist biased. Listen, it's not like that, okay? I like Unova so much in Black 2 and White 2 because I really liked the concept that Black 2 and White 2 had going on. Like, I just remember thinking, like, it kind of sucks that they've never done anything, it kind of sucks that they've never done anything like Black 2 and White 2 before, like, again, where they're direct sequels to the first two games. I thought that was a really cool concept. Like, how come they didn't do that, like, again? Is it because those games, like, sold poorly or something? I don't know, I don't understand. Like, I thought it was really cool. So, like, what's the deal, you know? Route 211. I'm trying to see what I can encounter in the cave off to the right. Yeah, they did sell very poorly. Yeah. That really sucks. East exit. Okay, Mount Coronet. What can I encounter on Mount Coronet, realistically speaking? Mount Coronet, what are the Pokemon I can encounter in there? Morning encounter, day encounter. I'm gonna try to do something, actually. Okay. I have an idea. I'm gonna try to, like, narrow down my, my encounters a bit. So I'm gonna do this. And then run through here. And then not get stopped by this guy. And then go in here. And then, okay, now I'm in here. And then I'm going to try to get an encounter. Make sure I'm not missing any items. Thank God that they took away the HMs. Remember having to, like, have, like, a barrel on your team at all times to be able to, like, smash and cut stuff? Actually the worst. I'm not going to use another one, and then I'm going to try and get a Metatite in here. Because I have Dupe's Claws, and I already have one of these. The other uncommon encounters in here that I can get, Geodude, Machop, Zubat, I already have all those, so the next one realistically should be Metatite. Maybe I should just grind? I'm like higher level than it. I'm so glad HM assigned Pokemon is over. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, that was like neutral damage, okay. Yeah, like, I think it must have ended with, Sun and Moon were the ones that ended that whole like, HM stuff, huh? By just having the ride Pokemon, and they just got rid of the scourge of, the scourge of HM Pokemon forever. And thank God they did. Nobody liked HMs. Like, I get them mechanically, but I still don't think that they were just a really good idea. Sun and Moon just freed us and moved forward. And they have not put in HMs, like, and forced you to teach them to your Pokemon ever since, which, thank goodness. Well, this didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. I guess I should have accounted for that. Alright, okay. It's an encounter. I don't want to, like, delete this thing's life, though. Actually, wait, don't I have Quick Balls? I don't know what I'm gonna do with the Cleffa. Clefable is a pretty good Pokemon, but grinding up baby Pokemon is such ass. Cleffa was caught. Okay. Well, congratulations, since you're the only one in chat. Actually, wait. Very true, Cleffa being an unknown third choice here. I need a name. Let me look at my follower list. Cryptid, do you want to be the Cleffa? If not, I can always pick somebody from my follower list. Let me see. Who was in my follower list? I can be the Cleffa. Okay. Emotionally allowed to be little guy. You have permit. You have permit to be little guy. Not me not knowing how to spell cryptid. Cryptide. There we go. Full name. Proper name. Let's see the summary. Actually, not bad. That's actually pretty good. Cryptide might actually be really relevant. Can I add to my party, maybe? You might hear my little rat dog barking in the background. Sorry. Unexpected goated little guy. I'll add Cleffa to the party and just start like grinding levels because Clefable could actually be really relevant later. Oh shit. I forgot. I think I should be the correct level to fight these guys, so I don't think I'm in danger. Oh, motorcycle. I turned off battle animations. I don't think... I think it's too low level to no ground moves. Yeah, no, it's only gonna know rock moves. As long as I shut, like, the rollout down quickly, I should be fine. Yeah, there we go. Because rock will be neutral on me. Onyx. I don't think Onyx can learn any ground-type moves naturally at this point either. Oh, just in case it's faster than me. Not that I was in any danger anyways. Onyx has, like, attack of 5. Its attack is, like, worse than, it's, like, worse than, like, Weedle or something, or Caterpie. Which is weird, because it's, like... I mean, I think I kind of get it. I once saw, like, a theory that, like, Onyx was kind of made specifically for Brock as, like, the first gym leader. Where, he just... Onyx has, like, such a low attack so that he doesn't, like, roll you during the first gym leader fight. But it does have, like, high defense, so, like, the fight is, like, still hard. Or that's what I saw anyways. Okay, I think this is a bird keeper. I don't want to, like, be messing with no bird keeper. Do I have charge beam, actually? That'd be really good to teach Kadabra. I don't. Alright, fine. Onyx not made to compete, F. F indeed. Hoot hoot. It's fine, I don't actually have anything that's like super effective against it anyways. Yeah, and I figured it was gonna know like some psychic moves, so this is fine. I do have a rock and electric type, I just don't have it on me. Because I was grinding some teams, to go fight, what's her name? Gardenia? Does Cleffa evolve via friendship? I'm gonna lose my mind if it does. Cleffa. It evolves with, oh, high friendship. Oh my god. Here we go again. Cleffa, friendship, step count. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I don't hate the idea of baby Pokemon. I do think that they're very cute. I just think it's so stupid, the max friendship, like, this step count friendship, like, of evolution thing. That's so stupid. Let me see. So, Generation 5. Oh my god, that's like so many steps. Please. How to increase friendship. Not the freaking friendship curse. How to max up friendship. Alright, well, I guess we'll figure it out eventually, but... I mean, once I have the bike, I can actually, like, increase my friendship a bit faster. I mean, it doesn't help that Baniri, in particular, like, starts out with, like, 0 friendship. You can do contests? I can't remember if you, that's a Heart Home City. It's gonna be a little while before I get there. Oh, shit. I already have a Bidoof. You know what? Goodbye. Yeah, contest, do contests raise friendship? Like, really? I didn't know that. What kind of stuff can raise your friendship besides walking, using the EV berries, and using, then getting massages? And the Soothe Bell. Let's see, using the Soothe Bell, massages, using the EV berries, I think defeating Pokemon gives them, like, a small friendship boost whenever they defeat Pokemon, not letting them get knocked out, because getting knocked out decreases friendship. Feeding them Poffins give them max friendship. Yes, battles help. Okay. What did I pick up? Taunt. Yeah, it said, like, as long as it's in your active party, that should help. So... just like a ninja guy here. He's gonna have, like, a Zubat, I think. Ouch. Ninja boy. Vitamins help. I don't think Poffins do. They just help in contest. Okay. Do contests raise friendship, though? I didn't know that. I thought they didn't serve that, like, kind of purpose. Contests. Super contest. Ugh, super contests. Yeah. Wish my Kadabra knew a better move than Confusion. After you, I don't want that. Zubat. Another Zubat. Pretty sure this guy's just all gonna have Zubats. Good thing I'm faster than these Zubats. That motorcycle man better not come back. We're gonna be pissed as hell. And another one. There he goes. Zubat is kind of cute. I think it's got its own, like, charm to it. It's weird. It's like, I like Zubat. I don't really like Golbat's design. Oh, 3-hole bat. He's also got a lot. He has a lot of dogs. Yeah. You taking your dogs out for a walk? Oh, no Metatite for me. Man. I guess we're catching this then. I don't know. Is Chingling a baby Pokemon? It better not be. Pokemon Chingling evolution. Is Chimecho even good? Oh, it's another friendship evolution! What is with this generation and having so many friendship evolutions? I will name you. My dog's like barking downstairs. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Let me see. Sid. Okay, well, at least its special attack is good. Shingling is pretty good as a Pokemon when it evolves, but it's an unconventional choice. Okay, well, I could deal with unconventional. I can deal with unconventional, I guess. I think I just have another Psychic. You know, I guess I'll use Kadabra, and then if, like, you know, worst case scenario, something happens to Kadabra, I'll, like, use Chimecho. The friendship evolutions, though, that sucks. That's so irritating. Yeah, Kadabra is ultimately better. I think it's... I don't remember what its nature is. It's got like a defense minus nature, I think. Let me see, wait. Let's see, Ranger. It's plus special attack minus special defense. Well, at least it's not bad. And I have friends who can help me evolve it if I, like, need to evolve it, too. Ideally, we want to grind some levels. Are there any TMs I can teach anybody? Taunt. Recycle. Cut. Okay. Cut kinda sucks, but it's like, what, 50 power? It's better than Pound, or slightly better than Pound, I guess. It's got Stab, so that's all that really matters, or all I care about. Bullet Seed. Moa can learn Bullet Seed. I mean, Moa's, like, special attack is not good, that's why. But his attack is not better. Okay, you know what, I'll teach it Bullet Seed just because I don't want Worry Seed. And I don't... How many grass types are there in this region that you can catch? Blossom? Okay, but you can only get that in the caverns. Victory Bell you can only get in the caverns. Abomasnow I can catch up in the top of the region. Cradily could be really good, but I'd have to get Root Fossil. Roserade, I can have a Roserade, but my freaking... Okay, I think Leafeon would probably be the best that I could get, like... Leafeon would be the best that I could get, if I caught an Eevee somewhere. That's if I could catch an Eevee somewhere. Let's not teach you Bullet Seed. Stealth Rock, Rock Smash. Okay, well. So far, nothing particularly good. Did I catch something on this route already? I do not remember. What route is this? Route 205. Oh no, I did catch something on this route, didn't I? I caught a Shellos on this route. In the south. Because it's connected to the other side. I would like to use the Shellos at some point, but right now it's like, it's in the back seat just because, since, like, like, I probably don't want to take that into Gardenia's gym. I guess we'll just do this. Just gonna fight all these, like, fishermen and then try to get some levels. Right now, I think my best Pokemon is, I have a Magikarp that is a, it's a Jolly nature, so minus special attack and plus, speed. Eevee is a route, I think, I don't know where. Is that only in Platinum, though? Okay, wait, let me look. Pokemon BDSP Pokedex, and then see, like, what I can only get in the, not in the Grand Underground. Because I think you can't get it if you don't... I think you can only get it in the Grand Underground. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can get it under normal circumstances. Oh my god, this Goldeen. So here's a horror story from, like, a Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, Let's Play I was doing. In that, so I was playing Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and I was doing, it's Let's Go Eevee, and I was doing a Nuzlocke of that game, which, by the way, do not recommend. Doing a Nuzlocke of Let's Go is so hard, because it's really hard to level up in that game. What happened was, I accidentally ran into not one, but two of the gamers on one of the routes, like, where they guarantee have higher level Pokemon than you, and then they both hit you with the, like, Pokemon. One of them had, like, a Rhyhorn that had, like, the one-hit KO, like, horn attack or horn drill move or something, or, like, fissure move, and the other one had, like, a Seaking that had, like, a one-hit KO, like, horn drill move. And both of them are, like, level 24 on a route that you're maybe only, like, level 17. Not even 17, like, 14. So it's, like, setting you up for failure if you just happen to not have high-level Pokemon at that point. And I got bodied by both of them. Yeah, I lost, like, some really good team members at that point, just because I just was not ready for that. Actually, I knew that the second one was coming, but, like... he jump-scared me by, like, catching me while I was trying to sneak past him. Actually, so rude. Such ass tactics. Let's kill these guys. Actually, I want to get a Drapion. If I can get a Drapion this playthrough, that'd be really good. Is it true that just, like, defeating wild Pokemon doesn't get you as much EXP as defeating trainers? Is that true? Drapion is a good dog. Definitely, like, top 10 dogs. This Pokemon, this region in particular was just so goated with so many of the poison types, so... if you didn't know, poison type is my favorite type ever, probably. Definitely, like, my top favorite, typing. Yeah, that's true, yeah! Definitely, like, my top 10, top 1. I think that the best type combination... And this is, like, a personal opinion, now, like, not objectively speaking, but, like, my personal favorite type combination, Poison Dark. It's just so good. Like, having only a weakness to ground, and also, like, having some defense against, like, fairy types, so good. Actually so good. I enjoy any, like, Pokemon, I enjoy any type combination that makes it so that the, you only have one weakness. And they gave us two poison dark types in this gen. Drapion and Skuntank. That's so good. Those are like two of my top like favorite poison types. And then like they also gave us Toxicroak in this gen, and Toxicroak is just a really cool Pokemon. It's a shame that Toxicroak is double weak to Psychic, but you know, what can you do? If I was a trainer, I would 100% be a poison-type trainer. And all of my friends can attest to this. Because I am toxic. Poison-type's a good choice. They rarely get the good combos, but they really gave us a lot with admins and their signature mons. Yeah. Like, I think some of my favorite poison types ever have been, like, some kind of admins, like, signature. Like, Skuntank is, like, one of my most favorite, like, poison types, and it's, one of the Team Galactic admins, signature Pokemon. And then, let me think, what else? I think, I also really like, how am I blanking on the name? Salazzle. Salazzle's a really cool poison type. Yeah, the double weakness to ground kind of sucks, but I just think it's a really, like, cool Pokemon. And then... Is there another admin whose signature is Toxicroak? Like... It's like the... What's that guy's name? You know, like, the twink in, like... the Team Galactic twink? The fucking Catboy? What's his name? I don't remember his name. I think that's his signature. Yeah, Saturn, yeah! You know, the Catboy. The Twinkie Catboy of Team Galactic. He's their signature Catboy. You know, like, yeah. There he goes again. You can hear my rat barking. Let me see. The twink guy. Yeah, he's the signature Catboy of Team Galactic. Even more in this game. He just looks like a smug Catboy. Okay, so... let's talk strategy real quick. So Gardania is going to have a Cherubi, a Turtwig, and a Roserade. Her Roserade has Poison Sting, Stun Spore, Petal Blizzard, and Grass Knot. So Petal Blizzard is going to be like the big scary move. My Zubat would double resist that shit. Okay, wait. Level... I can just barely hit the level cap, evolving it into Golbat, like, if I manage to level it up, like, right before her gym battle. Let me see. Grass Knot. Okay, Poison Sting. She can hit me with the Stun Spore. Zubat is a good choice for its resistances, yeah. Because I don't think, like, nothing in her team can really, like, do anything to me. Her Turtwig can set up Reflect, which I don't want. I'm pretty sure Zubat's, like, the best choice for this. Her Cherubi has, like, Dazzling Gleam, so I don't really want to expose Monferno to that. Only problem, I'm level 17. So I have to grind out some levels somehow. Maybe I can grind in the forest? I don't think Zubat has a poison move, is the problem. I have Poison Fang. Okay, I guess that will do. That'll do. So here's the part where I said that I was just going to be running back and forth, mostly. I wish Zubat had a flying move. I kind of missed the chance to get a Staravia. I'm sure that if I wasn't attack minus nature, I'd be bodying these guys, but I'm not, so this is what we're doing now. Flame Wheel, that's better than Ember. Oh, that sucks. At least Zubat will get a flying move eventually. Yeah, so here's the tragedy of it. Zubat has an attack minus nature and a speed boosted nature. What do I need a speed boosted nature if I'm gonna become a Crobat that's fast anyways? Somebody made a joke, like last time, and when I was checking the nature, and they were just like, it's the fastest Zubat in the West. Nobody's gonna outspeed this Zubat. Come on, get poisoned. Okay. That's ideal. So now it doesn't matter what I hit it with. At least it will always hit first. Hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh? Got a boyfriend, I bet he doesn't kiss ya. Oh, that was fast. So many of these Silcoons. It actually might be faster to grind using Monferno, but I wanna like build some friendship points. I want the good friendship points. No, not that. The one where it's like in this style of like Skyrim or Oblivion. Stop right there. They told me. I guess they never miss. Huh? Got a boyfriend? Bet he doesn't kiss ya. Ooh! By the 9, he hit the dab. So much of my brain is just taken up by memes at this point. It's like, can I learn a second language? Debatable. Can I memorize a meme? Absolutely. Especially if I say it enough. I've been on this like streak where I've done nothing except think about Tom Cardy's perception check the past few like weeks or something. Just because something about like Tom Cardy songs always hit, but also something about that song in particular is just living like in my head rent free. Hit the 1 hour mark. I feel it in my fingers, I feel it in my toes. These motherfuckers mean to harm us, and they got to go. Oh my god, I've never seen that one with Oblivion. It's okay to be possessed by memes, at least. That's the problem, I can't find it anymore. I'm sure I must have seen it on Tumblr or somewhere, but like, I have no idea where it is. I think if I did like a deep dive, I could probably find it again, because I just don't remember if I ever tagged it. But I think about that TikTok a lot. It's kind of has similar energy to the meme of the guy where he like falls in the pool. Gone 5 ever, never to return. I'm sure I can find it. I just have to search for it. No, it's real. It's real. It exists. I can find it. Me and my boys are gonna mess you up. I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1. Fuck. My boys are otherwise engaged, so I'm gonna bring it on myself. God, I wish I had a flying move. What is it with, like, Diamond and Pearl, though, and having, like, some of the most goated, like, first route Pokemon? Like, Luxray, cool design, really good ability. Intimidate, always such good, like, so good for Nuzlocks. The only problem is that it's just not very fast, and that, like, in the earlier games, it didn't really learn a lot of good physical electric moves. Like, Staraptor, actually the GOAT. Like, besides being flying normal, so then getting that Brave Bird stab and everything, has Intimidate, can learn Close Combat, like, that's, like, actually insane. Smash Bros. And then, I know a lot of people sleeping on, Babarrel, but sheesh, dude, Babarrel's actually pretty good. A lot of people sleeping on, oh, fuck. God damn it, sorry, I accidentally, like, turned on my stream audio from my other monitor. They gotta get you invested with the cool dogs early. Yeah, I don't know, like, I don't know if it's just me, but I swear that, like, Babear's easy, is easy carry till League, no questions asked. Yeah, like, I think, like, I was just talking about how, like, Diamond and Pearl, like, just have really goated, like, beginning route Pokemon. And especially good for Nuzlocks, too. Like, with, you know, 2 of them having Intimidate as, like, a regular ability, and, like, Luxray, you know, like, lack of, like, physical electric moves and low speed aside, its attack is very good, and Staraptor is just is, like, actually the GOAT. Like, you know, Brave Bird, like, Intimidate, can learn Close Combat. And then, like, I also added in that Babarrel is, like, also actually a really good Pokemon. Just because, since so many of the TMs that, you have to, like, carry around... Oh, I'm out of PowerPoint on that one. Since so many of the TMs that you have to learn are, like, normal water type, like, at the very least, it can actually get stab on those moves if you have to use it. IDK by Starly is an early game mon. I mean, to be fair, in my experience, I think many early route birds are actually pretty good. Like, if I think about it. Like, what are some examples? Like, in the original game, so not necessarily Oraz, but, like, in the original Ruby and Sapphire, I think Taila was actually pretty good to have. Like, it was just a really solid Pokemon. Because couldn't it have, like, the ability Guts? And then it could learn Facade? That's a really good combo. True, Guts Taila was really good. Yeah. Like, and then it also got Stab on top of that, because it was a normal type. And then, like, what else? Trying to think of, like, other early route, like, bird Pokemon. Okay, I know people kind of sleep on Unpheasant, but I think Unpheasant is actually not that bad. Fearow, I guess. Yeah. Most of the early route birds are pretty awesome. Pidove isn't bad. Yeah, like, okay, I know a lot of people sleeping on Unpheasant, because everybody's like, oh, Braviary, but, like, you don't get Braviary until, like, level 50-something, so why would you even use it? And then, like, Unpheasant is actually pretty good. It's got, like, the same normal, like, flying combo as everybody else, and I remember I had an Unpheasant that I just taught Return, and, like, like a, I don't know, like, attack-boosted nature or something, and I just was able to, like, body a lot of stuff with, like, my Return Unpheasant. Fearow. Yeah, I heard... Wasn't Fearow better than Pidgeot, actually? You know, this is a fact that I feel like I learned from somewhere, and I don't actually know where I learned it from. I just heard from someone that Fearow is better than Pidgeot, and I don't remember where I heard that from. I think its stat spread is not as good as Pidgeot, but I think it's because it learns better moves than Pidgeot. I think I'll just, like, probably, like, wait until I'm all out of, like, PowerPoints on Astonish and then just switch to another Pokemon. Pidgeot gets better moves, but Fearow hits harder. Okay, so it's got higher attack then. So it was like, yeah, I had it the other way around then. Fearow's got better attack, but Pidgeot's got better moves. Maybe the reason why people, like, thought that Fearow was really good was because, in Gold and Silver, there's that one that you can get from yoinking it from... There's the Spearow that you can... Kenya you can get if you just steal that Pokemon. I don't have any more moves. Kenya. Yeah, Kenya. Like, Kenya... It's like a Spearow that you get with, like, mail, and you're supposed to, like, deliver it to somebody, but you can just steal it and they won't say anything. And because it's a traded Pokemon, technically, it gets EXP faster. Or the cheating. So maybe that's, like, why people kind of... It's like... Or Gen 3 Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd is kind of interesting. I feel like not a lot of people talk about Farfetch'd. Oh yeah, I forgot that those quests used to happen. Yeah, like, they used to have, like, a thing where, like, they would make you be like, okay, like, and now you have to, and now you gotta deliver this, like, Pokemon for me. And then, like, they make you deliver, like, the Pokemon. But then, like, they don't say anything if you just leave with it. Base Farfetch'd sucks. Surfetch'd is actually pretty good. You know, I remember a lot of people were very much, like... I remember a lot of people were clowning on Surfetch'd, and I don't know why. I think it looked fine as like a Pokemon. Corviknight line ended up being a good starter route. Corviknight is actually the GOAT, but I think any steel type is just the GOAT. Thing they need, though. I think... Okay, like, as a blanket statement, and I could be wrong, but I just think that, in general, as, like, a blanket statement, steel type is literally the best type in Pokemon. Like, the ability to just, like... The ability to just body so many other types while also being immune to shit. Like, actually so good. Is a Shuckle evolution. Thing is the Shuckle evolution, so you evolve Shuckle so you don't fuckle with the Shuckle. I remember that phrase. I once saw this, like, thought experiment or something where it was, like, talking about the max amount of damage that a Pokemon can take in one turn. I think they've updated this since then, but I think the old one was something like Shuckle faces a Combee in a double battle, or like a triple battle, I think, with, like, it having two Cherums as two partners. The weather is sunny. Both the Cherums use Helping Hand, and they've also got the ability Flower Gift, which I think boosts, like, attack, or boosts, like, attack power. The Combee has been hit by an attack decreaser like Screech. The Shuckle is holding some kind of item, like, I think a metronome, is holding a metronome, and is using, like, the move Rollout. And then when it hits Rollout, it also got hit with Skill Swap, so that its defense has been boosted with its attack, and it's also maxed out said attack. It hits Rollout 5 times, and on the 5th hit, it's a critical hit on the Combee, and it deals, like, a ridiculous amount of damage. It's like one of those, like, Pokemon forum post, like, it was like a Pokemon forum post, like, thought experiment on, like, what the max amount of damage a Pokemon can deal in one move is. I think they've updated it since then, obviously, because the meta, like, is different, and so have the moves changed, but I remember that being, like, experiment where, like, the amount of damage that Combee gets hit with in that theoretical thought experiment is basically the same as if it just, like, to quote a popular, like, saying I've, like, heard it being used in that sense, the equivalent of, like, intercepting a hydrogen bomb with your face. Min-max, Shuckle maxing. Okay, wait, I wanted to switch out my Pokemon because, what's his nuts, Zubat is out of power points, so I'm gonna swap with Binkabear. Just to try and max out that friendship a little bit. Double battle meta champ, skill swap pure power on the Shuckle, transfer Shuckle defense to his offense with that one move, and then hit Rollout and maximum fuckle. Yeah. Yeah, I think, like, a couple of things have changed since then. The only parts that I really remembered are, like, the skill swap, like, pure power, double battle. In this scenario, it was actually a triple battle with, like, 2 Cherums, or Chirirums. And the 2 Chirirums, you had used Helping Hand on the Shuckle, and they both had Flower Gift, and the weather was sunny. And then, it, like, hit Rollout, like, on 5 turns, holding a metronome, critical hit on the last turn, on a Pokemon like Combee that's double weak to rock, and has been hit by a defense decreaser like Screech. And then, like, I guess this combination of things just, like, ends up with the Combee taking a ridiculous amount of damage. I wonder what the max damage is now, actually. Let me just look up something on my other monitor. Maximum damage from one Pokemon move. I want to see what people have come up with lately. What's this? 5 years ago? $2 billion. I did not make a typo. $2 billion damage. Oh my god, this is too long. I'm not reading that. Not reading that. Congratulations, or I'm sorry. There's a lot of forums on it. I just want to find the one that has Shuckle, though. Shuckle. Encore? Could be relevant, I guess. Okay. With a Shuckle wearing the crown with a whopping 722 million damage? Some Screech setup with Paradox Pokemon for modern damage, yeah. I think I've seen something like that before. Okay. This is like old stuff though, so I don't actually remember how it goes. Encore. Encore, I was just thinking that Encore might be relevant like later if I could just trap like a Pokemon into doing the freaking, oh, it's poisoned, hold on. Like using like defense, like, or like some boosting thing. Okay. Let's heal this. My level cap is like level 22, so maybe I might grind to like level 21? If Saku can evolve, that'd be great. Oh, why are you me? I'm me. Why are you faster than me? Level to 100. I have a level cap. My rule for this playthrough, is I can't exceed the level of the gym leader's highest level Pokemon. That was one of my rules for this one, along with... Okay, I think later I'm gonna go on... Does that include, the rematches? I guess not. It's mostly just, like, for regular playthrough, like, up until the... Because I'm gonna end the playthrough at the League, right? Like, once I defeat Cynthia, like, that's it. So, my rule for it is just every boss that I have to face, or, like, every gym leader and or Elite Four member, I just can't exceed their highest level Pokemon. So, for example, with by the time I reach the League, my level cap will be Cynthia's highest level Pokemon. And that's for the entire League, because I can't stop after defeating one of them. Can you rematch the gym leaders right after you defeat them? Or is that only after you finish the game? If you can rematch them, right after you defeat them, that might be relevant for, like, grinding, but... Right after the League, okay. Maybe. I feel like I would just do that for, like, fun, though. Like, I don't think I would make that, like, a part of the Nuzlocke. I'm doing, like, classic Nuzlocke rules, where, like, the run ends after I defeat the champion the first time. Just because I think I would actually, like, perish if I had to, like, fight Cynthia's, like, big dick team. In the rematch, Cynthia has, like, her platinum team, right? So, like, so she replaces her Gastrodon with a Togekiss, I think? Is that the only thing that changes? Is there another thing that she swaps out? Cynthia's first match team is already really yeah, I think I remember. Didn't they actually kind of scale her down in they scaled her down from Diamond and Pearl to Platinum, where before she had like the Gastrodon and that like was able to wall people's teams. BDSP, she's worse. No, they scaled her up. Okay, so I've played BDSP 3 times, actually. So I bought the dual pack, and so I played the game twice. Once through Pearl and once through Diamond. Just regular gameplay, like, just for fun. And then I actually did a Nuzlocke of this game. Also for fun. I didn't stream it. Excuse me. And I think I had a couple of deaths, but I don't think I lost anybody in the league. Fair, but AI alone compared to Gen 4 is definitely harder. Yeah, I did go into the league fight, knowing that the league goes hard in, like, BDSP. I learned that lesson from the Pearl and Diamond playthrough. The initial ones that I had, the ones I did for fun, where I was just like, oh, cool, so they are, like, IV trained. They're like, they have max IVs in, like, the relevant stats, and they've got, like, they've got natures that boost, like, those relevant IVs, and also, like, they've got actual competitive sets. Fuck me, I guess. Gen 4, I knew Cynthia off heart because I learned the entire team, but compared to BDSP, Jesus Christ, I IV trained and AI stuff was not expected. Yeah, like, that... It is how you said, the Flame Orb Milotic is actually so rude. It kind of made me consider if it would be worth, hitting Milotic with a different status condition right off the bat, just so that, like, the Flame Orb just cancels out or something. Would that work, actually? If, let's say, I go into Cynthia's fight and I brought a Pokemon that can like, inflict some other kind of status effect, like Toxic or something, and then, like, it can't get burnt using the Flame Orb. I think Marvel Scale would still activate, but, like, the reason why it's holding the Flame Orb is because it's a special attacker, so it doesn't care about the decreased, like, attack drop, right? So what if I just went in and I Toxic'd it or something? It got badly poisoned. Would that work? Actually, I wish the gym leaders had the same setup ideas as the admins. Let's see, what are my levels at? Okay, we can keep going. Flame Orb goes first. It's only after the first turn, though, right? So, like, if I switched out my... Oh, but I play on set mode, so I guess I'd have to, like, carry over from, like, something else. Yeah, and I don't think there's anything that, like, she would switch into Milotic with. You'd have to predict it, yeah. I mean, unless I get her to waste a full restore on Milotic, and then I could reapply it. But I guess I'd have to out-predict that she's going to use a full restore. And I find that the trainers in this game don't reliably heal when you think they're going to. Like, I mean, press Toxic and pray that she goes into Milotic, and then might also be immediate. Yeah, I imagine that she would only switch into Milotic if I was using a Pokemon that'd be weak to water or something, right? Trying to paralyze it might be worthwhile, but depends on your team. Yeah, I think, I probably won't really talk too much strategy until the end of the game, because who knows, I might end up losing, like, literally half my team by the time I get there. Flame Orb activates after a Pokemon would take damage from burns, so it does not take burn damage. The turn is burned by the Flame Orb. The Flame Orb activates after a Pokemon is cured of its status condition. By affection, hydration, shed skin. Yeah. So I think, like, the only way I'd be able to apply it is if I, like, predicted her going into the Milotic somehow. I was playing on Switch mode. or, excuse me, or, like, for some reason I was able to predict her using a full restore, and I just immediately applied the toxic. I mean, I think I can deal with the... I can deal with the Marvel scale. Does that just... Okay, I'm trying to think. Do I have it the other way around? Does Marvel scale boost defense or special attack, special defense when it's burnt? Or has a status condition, I mean. Isn't it both? Ah, shit. I guess the only way would be to, like, just try and, like, pile on, like, chip damage, I guess. Defense stat only, I think. Oh my god. I don't know how to make my dog shut up. Marvel scale. Marvel scale. Signature ability. When the Pokemon with this ability has a non-volatile status condition, its defense increases by 50%. So just its defense. Okay. So just defense then. Special defense is already good, so that's broken. Yeah, I figured that's kind of like the... It just decreases defense, but since special defense is already really good... I guess, like, I don't think there's any way to avoid having it, like, unless I steal the flame orb, but then my Pokemon's gonna get burnt. Could work if I had, like, a Guts Pokemon. Okay, alright, give me a second. Alright, sorry, the neighbors were being quite loud. Could do a Thief Guts Machamp. You know, that might actually work. That could actually be kind of good. Because I do have a Machop that I think has Guts. So, let me check what would be a good moveset around that. Because that could be really relevant. I'm assuming that it would just be like a standard set for like Machamp. Like I could just have like Cross Chop and then like a couple of other things. You know, that's something I've always wondered about, actually. Normally getting burnt decreases your attack, but then Guts increases your attack if, like, you have a status condition. Does it just negate the debuff that you normally get from being burnt? It's an attack. Yeah, it's an attack buff, but normally being burnt gives you an attack debuff. So I'm asking, does it just negate that debuff? Or does it just kind of like override it a little bit? God, I'm thirsty. Ugh. I think I'll just have the same level. No matter if it's para and burn or sleep. Okay, so I guess it, like, doesn't factor in. Psycho Cut? Isn't that a physical psychic move? Alright, whatever. Better than nothing, I guess. Oh, I'm out. You know, I kind of like normal types. I think normal types are kind of like the unspoken goat of a lot of, like, Pokemon games. Like, yeah, they're not good against anything, and they don't get stabbed from, like, even if you can teach them a bunch of different types of, like, moves. But there's just something nice and reliable about normal types. They are just delightful, normal little guys. Could do Thief, Rest, Sleep Talk, Cross Machamp. That set sounds rude as hell. I like it. Yeah, like, I think there's been this, like, weird thing of Pokemon where I notice that they tend to slap normal type on, like, the strangest of Pokemon. Like, it's just like, oh, we have, like, a dragon. Why don't we add normal type? That being said, though, making Hisui and Zoroark normal ghost is actually a pretty goated choice. Being immune to ghost and normal, and then only having a weakness of dark, pretty good. Imagine fighting Cynthia. Milotic comes in, you thief her flame or rest, and just sleep talk her into oblivion. Yeah, I think, like, the thing about Cynthia is that she's really scary. She's really scary, and, like, she's especially scary in this game, because she could just, like, body your ass with, like, her Garchomp alone. But if you're properly prepared, I think it's not nearly as scary as people think. Or could do Toxic instead of Cross Jump for ultimate what the fuck offense. Yeah. Like, I think, I know a lot of people are just like, oh, Cynthia is the hardest champion ever, and there has never been another hard champion like Cynthia. Like, I'm right. And it's like, I was kind of thinking about it, and I was like, is Cynthia, like, yes, her team is really good, but if you went into it prepared, is she actually that hard? Like, yes, Garchomp is really scary. But let's say you had like a proper Garchomp counter. And for this sake, we're not talking about BDSP, because her Garchomp BDSP is just rude. But like just straight like Diamond and Pearl Platinum, Cynthia with her Garchomp. If you had a counter for her Garchomp, is it that scary? It's kind of like how, well, the main problem is that her team's really well built as all the champions. Gita. You know, the sad part about Gita is that, like, if she had just sent out, if she had switched her Glamora with her King's Gambit, like, if her Glamora went out first, and then, you know, laid out the Toxic Spikes after you defeated it, and then she sent out her King's Gambit last after you've defeated, like, her whole team, and it gets the entire, like, Supreme Overlord boost, I feel like that small change could have at least given her teeth some, like, you know, given her, like, her fight some teeth, you know what I mean? Team would have still been trash. Listen, like, if I was going to try to make some kind of improvement to it, to make the battle at least a little bit harder, without changing any of her Pokemon. So I'm not changing any of her Pokemon, I'm just trying to make it slightly better by, like, working with the Pokemon she already has. I think if she sent out her Glamora first, so that when you knock it out, it sends out the Toxic Spikes, like, basically for free, and then, like, so then you have to deal with that the entire fight, and then she sent out her King's Gambit last, and then it gets the Supreme Overlord boost from all the Pokemon that you've, like, defeated so far. I'm mad. They gave me BDSP Masterpiece and they gave us Gita. Very rude. Okay. Listen. I have thoughts about this, right? If I were to change Gita's team at least a little bit to make it slightly better, I would do that if I wasn't gonna change out any Pokemon. It went from best to worst. How is that possible? Hey, Gita is not the worst champion. I'm just saying. Like, if we're talking about, like, worst champions, there are plenty of other champions that I think we're just not doing anybody else any favors. Like, before it was Diantha, and then Diantha was, like, the worst champion ever because she sucked, because it was just so easy to get, like, ridiculously over-leveled by the time that you get there. And then after that, it was like, oh, and now Gita's the worst champion, because, like, you can like, over-level the hell out of your Pokemon before you fight her, and because, like, her team comp is a little bit weak. There's always gonna be, like, a worse champion, so there's, like, no point in comparing it to, like, the previous game having Cynthia and BDSP. Because that's just not fair, especially, like, when BDSP Cynthia has, like, these competitive, like, sets just to, like, tick you off. Probably because they knew that the main market of BDSP are going to be people that played the original game, who are probably all adults, and would appreciate, like, a competitive, champion. Oh shit, I gotta heal the paralysis, don't I? I think if I didn't change any of Gita's team, I would just switch, King's Gambit to the end, and then Glamoran to the beginning. And then if I was gonna change out some Pokemon in Gita's team to try and make it better, I would probably just take off Go-Goat and, like, Avalugg, and then just, like, pick more relevant Pokemon. Because I don't really understand why she had the Avalugg and Go-Goat. Those were kind of odd choices. And I feel like you could probably switch them in with, like, something that gives her team, like, a bit more difficulty. Like, something that's, like, you know, signature to the region. Like, I don't remember the name of that Pokemon. Tatsu something. Tatsugiri or something. Gita doesn't feel like it's... Well, I'm just sad that the rival before the league gave me more trouble than the champion herself, so I'm kind of mad about that. Gita doesn't feel like it's meant to be your final challenge either, for the end of the game, so it kind of feels like a different mindset compared to most champions. I guess also because, Scarlet and Violet is an unusual game, in that it implies that multiple people can hold the title of champion. Like, Gita is the champion, quotes, but so is Nemona, because Nemona defeats Gita. So it kind of implies this system that multiple people can hold the title of champion, and that, like, to earn the title of champion, you simply have to defeat, like, the league and her, and then you can have the title. Which, since not everybody in the game can do that, and not everybody in the game would probably want that either, it kind of presents this, like, world-building idea that, like, she doesn't necessarily have to be the strongest trainer, she just has to be, like, a standard that, like, if you want to be the strongest trainer, you have to pass. Let's see. A couple more levels. Imagine you had to do that. Imagine if in, like, as, like, a final test for high school, like, they took you into a room and then they had you fist fight, like, 5 strangers that you've never met before, one of them being a child. And then once you beat the last one in a fist fight, then you get to pass high school. Or if you won the champion fight, you became the champion, actually. I guess they kind of did that. I mean, that child's gonna learn something. They sure are. I guess you kind of do that in Sun and Moon, huh? Because in Sun and Moon, there is no champion. Like, you're the first one. So, like, you kind of become the champion in that sense. Sorta, anyways. And then, like, because in Sun and Moon, it's like a thing where, like, once you become champion, you have to go back and you have to refight the league, which I guess is supposed to be, like, the reason you have to refight the league is because you need to defend your title from them, and they're trying to take it from you. And then you can go sit down on your champion's chair, and then you fight some challenger who's trying to like take the champion title from you. I could probably... I would like for Zubat to evolve before I fight Gardania. That'd be nice. Sun and Moon is fun like that, also because you get challengers. Yeah. I guess it, like, gives the world a bit more of an organic feel that implies that more people are trying to fight you for the title. Rather than, you know, like, it just only being, like, you're the champion forever now, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna talk about something controversial. I'm gonna be controversial for a second, so bear with me. I think that you should be allowed to step down from the champion title in Pokemon games. If you so choose. Give Cynthia Rayquaza and some Deoxys attacks for him. So it's basically just gonna be that, like, bitch from the anime, what's his nuts, like Tobias or something, who just, like, pulls a Darkrai and, like, a Latios out of his ass. Wasn't that, like, the season 2 where Ash had an actually, like, really good, like, team? Like, and they had to bring in a guy who had legendaries to, like, kick his ass? I want a cool dog. It'd be funny to step down and then become champion again. Step down, become leader of evil. I think, okay, here's my, like, thoughts when it comes to, like, Sword and Shield, for example. Hop wanted to be champion so bad, and, like, it does actually feel kinda... It feels a little bit shit that, like, he's obviously so, like, crushed when he loses to you. And that you become champion, because you're basically attaining, like, his dream, right? On the other hand, like, I don't think it would have been... I feel bad for Hop, but at the same time, like, I don't want there to be a system where you let him win, because I think, like, it would be unfair to him if you just let him win, or, you know, you went easy on him, like, because that's kind of, like, treating him unfairly, right? Like, you're kind of, like, not really, like, taking his abilities very seriously by doing that. So I kind of understand from the perspective of maybe, like, you shouldn't go easy on him just because it's his dream to become champion, because I don't think he would want that. He would want you to, like, fight him at full power. And, like, I think it kind of establishes the idea that, like, it just takes a certain type of person to become champion, and some people just maybe just don't have it. Like, is he a good trainer? Yes. Like, I think he is a good trainer. Is he, like, a good enough trainer to be champion? Maybe not. Oh no, I just want champions sometimes to have legends and mythics, because it makes sense that they would have one. I think that, champions... I think, like, there's, like, 2 reasons I think champions don't have, like, legendaries ever. Because in the anime, legends aren't caught. They choose to stay with certain trainers. Yeah. Like, so it kind of would prove, like, their ability as, like, a trainer if they had, like, a legend. But I think that's kind of the fundamental issue, though, with, like, them having legends in the game. Because in the game, you could just catch legendaries. They don't choose to be with you or anything, usually. I say usually because I know there's, like, some exceptions. But normally, like, in the game, you can just catch legendaries and just have them. Because you caught them. And that's you proving that you're, like, worthy to have them, I guess. game mechanics wise, I assume that like it would kind of be difficult to structure a balanced team around a legendary. Because like legendaries are just more powerful like by virtue. And, you know, what happens if you don't have a legendary? How are you supposed to be able to defeat the champion? The one Battle Frontier Brain had Articuno, and the others had Regis. Are Regis legendaries or are they mythics? And also, I think that's different because the Frontier Brains are like post-game. Like those are supposed to challenge you. They aren't like required to beat the game. No, that's the anime. But like, cause the Frontier Brains like are just, you know, they're not, you don't like, it's not like the game is finished after you defeat them like the champion. I could see a champion maybe having a mythic or a legendary as a rematch battle. That could be cool, but I don't think that they should have it for an initial battle. I guess also because then, like, it kind of brings the question of, like, where did you get that from? Like, you walk in, like, for, like, a rematch or something, and, like, Cynthia has, like, a Rayquaza or whatever, and then it's just like, oh, what you got there? And she's like, a smoothie. Quick Guard? What is Quick Guard? Protects itself and allies from priority moves. I do not want this. You can counter the legendary... The legend entire team crumbles. That would require them to have to build around the legendary, though, wouldn't they? Like... And... That, I mean, and I don't debate that that wouldn't be, like, a good strategy. But I think, like, it's also the thing, too, which is, like, what's stopping them from just giving the champion all of the most powerful Pokemon in the region and the legendary? Funny-looking dog that has been obtained. You know, I know, like, regular trainers don't have, like, don't usually have shinies, because why would they? But I do think that Cynthia would look really cool with a shiny Rayquaza. The, matching, like, black and gold themes are just too good. Let's see, level 21. I guess that's good enough. I mean, Zubat still doesn't know a flying move. Which sucks. Her Garchomp is shiny, we just never could tell because there's no sparkle effect. Gen 4 had some weird shinies. And when I say weird, I mean that they were kind of in their shiny game in this gen. Like, some of them are bangers. Luxray, banger shiny. Staraptor, it's a small change, but I still think it's a banger. Skuntank, banger. Toxicroak, banger. Some of them were just awful, though. Like, what the heck was up with, like, the, with Garchomp, huh? You have, like, the most popular, like, Pokemon of your region by far, and you're just gonna give it, like, an ass shiny? I mean, I'm assuming that this is at a point in Pokemon's history where they weren't specifically choosing, like, they weren't choosing palettes for the shiny, like, palettes. So, like, they were just kind of, like, you know, swapping the values, and just whatever it was just whatever it was. I think they only started, like, making palettes for shiny Pokemon in Gen 6, which is why a lot of Gen 6, like, shinies are kind of bangers. Gengar is the best shiny. I don't like Gengar. This is, like a, I feel like it's, like, a statement that's gonna be, like, canceled, but I don't like Gengar. I don't have a problem with it competitively or anything. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like admitting that you don't like a Pokemon like Gengar is like admitting that, you know, you think that like Trump was a good president, actually. My only thing with like Gengar, and the only reason I think I don't like it, is just because like I just don't really like it that much over Haunter. I like Haunter better. I mean, Trump wasn't that bad. Yeah, which explains why he's getting arrested by, like, what's the count now? Like 90-something felonies. But, like, my thing with, like, Gengar, I think, is that I just don't really like 97. What's that one, like, post where somebody is just, like, the average president commits, like 2 or 3 felonies or something? This is actually a statistical error. Like, President Trump, who committed, like, 97 felonies, like, is an outlier, should not have been counted. Alright, let's not get political in chat. I shouldn't have said, like, the Trump comment. Like, I don't want to get political. Like, and, like, talk about, like, politics. Not because I'm not one of those people that are just like, like, I don't like to talk about politics, but just because, like, it makes my brain hurt. But yeah, my problem with Gengar is just that, like, yes, it's an iconic design and it's very popular. Like, I think it's iconic in the sense where, like, it's iconic in the sense where, like, I think it's one of the Pokemon that you see in the beginning of, like, it's like Red or Green or something. It's like fighting the Nidorino, and that's like a really, like, iconic opening scene. My only issue with it, though, is just that, like, I like Haunter over it more, because Haunter just feels more like a ghost, I guess. That's not to say that, like, Ghost can't be shaped like Gengar. I think something about its, like, design does kind of give it, like, a goofy poltergeist look to it. And it can still be scary. It actually kind of reminds me of, like, a ghost that you might see on, like, Ghostbusters. It's very, like, Ghostbusters ghost design. I just, like, always liked Haunter better. Something about, like, the way that, like, the body is, like, only half-formed, really. And also, the original Haunter sprite in, like, Red and Green, where it's, like, it looked even more incorporeal, and it actually looked really scary. I always thought that was really cool. An orb with legs. And there's nothing wrong with orbs with legs. I just like Haunter better. I guess because, like, when you see, like, Haunter, you're just like, yeah, that's a ghost. And then Gengar is like, yeah, it's a ghost, but it kind of is more like a creature. I think the one thing that Gengar has going for it is that its, like, big smile and, like, the red eyes do kind of give it, like, a very, like, ghosty feel to it. But then, like, the corporeal body just kind of ruins it. I think I just kind of wish that Gengar was a little bit less, like, corporeal. It didn't have, like, a solid form. Like, I don't know, like, it kind of had, like, the Haunter thing where, like, parts of it is, like, floating. Like, it's got, like, floating limbs or whatever. Haunter just felt a little bit more true to, like, what a ghost type should look like. Like, I think, like, also, in the Electric Tale of Pikachu, the chapters that had Haunter made it, like, actually kind of terrifying looking. I appreciate that. The Ghost Animation in Poké Tower was the final Evo, that would be cool. Yeah. Like the one that, like, the Marowak is supposed to be. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think I'm always hesitant to say that I don't like certain designs of, like, popular Pokemon. Because, like, then it's just like, oh, why don't you like Gengar? It's, like, so cool looking. And it's just like, I don't know. I just don't like it over Haunter. I just think Haunter looks better. Pre-Silph-Scope Maroboss. Can I just talk about, like, how, like, rude they were to that Cubone in, like, Let's Go, Pikachu, and Eevee? where, like, they have it, like, briefly trying to reunite with the ghost of its dead mom, only for, like, the dead mom to dissolve Thanos style. Like, what the hell? Why you gotta do the little guy like that? That was kind of fucked up. Alright. We're about to hit level cap on some of these guys. I think we should just go fight Gardania at this point. Or switch out some Pokemon. Like, no shade to the people who wrote that scene. It is kind of impactful, but also, like, how could you do the little guy like that? He just lost his mom! Entire game for children, one scene sends into a depressive 5-minute episode, like, sad episode. Yeah. It's like, for what purpose was there to do him dirty like that? Okay. What I'm trying to do is that I want to get Saku, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get Saku to be, like, level 20, close to 21, or, like, 21 and then close to leveling up to 22, because I want it to evolve right before Gardenia's fight. Why they keep killing Cubone. We hated it happen in Gen 3. You think remastering it was smart? We hate it because Cubone is sad. The way that you're saying, like, we hate it kind of makes it sound like you're saying it like Golem. Where he's like, we hate it! We hate Cubone's mother's death! We hate your pussy! I mean, in terms of, like, fucked up Pokemon things, I think Marowak's death is, like, only somewhat low on the list of, like, fucked up shit that happened in the Pokemon games. I feel like there's a lot more disturbing implications in some games. Vote off in chat, what's your favorite fucked up Pokemon moment that was in the games that was just entirely uncalled for? Mine would be... Okay, this is an underrated fucked up Pokemon moment, because I think a lot of people don't think about this, but I think about it a lot. Darkrai Mansion. Oh, the Darkrai Mansion, where the child got... somebody's child got stuck in an endless nightmare and just never woke up. Fucked up. Okay, I think an underrated, like, fucked up moment, and it's not... Okay, here's the thing. It's not overtly fucked up, right? Like... when I say overtly, I mean that, like, it's, like, yeah, when I say overtly, I mean that, like, it's not fucked up, like, on the surface level, but when you think about it, it's kind of fucked up. Let me see. Like how Cubone might be an unlit Charmander because of its parents' Charizards were dead, and then use the skull with, like, a Charizard into a ground type. Makes sense how his other form is fire type and can learn fire. I do actually like that theory. I remember before, Alola, people were, like, suggesting that, like, Cubone might be, like, a baby Kangaskhan, and that the skull might be Kangaskhan, but I think the Charizard theory fits better, especially given the Alola Marowak. Okay, here's, like, this, I feel like this is overtly fucked up, but, like, does anybody else think about how it's low-key kind of messed up that the Aether Foundation tried to make God? Like, it can't just be me, right? Like, that's actually kind of messed up. The Aether Foundation was just like, hey, we need something to fight the Ultra Beast, so we need a really powerful Pokemon. Let's make God. Because that's what Silvally is. It's just mankind's attempt to imitate God. Aether Foundation is just horrors. They're just filled with horrors. God Daddy. Is it God hyphen Daddy? Or like, just God Daddy? Daddy, sorry. Daddy, sorry. Daddy, sorry. Me when I see Koga. No! Oh no! Okay, like, don't crucify me, but like, I think Koga in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee was kind of fine looking. Like, I'm just saying. The mesh shirt? Mmm. Yeah, you're right, I am right. Koga kind of fine in that game. I know he's like a bitch to you the whole time, but Zam. I was about to say something and then I like, he serves, he does serve. Pressed the wrong move because I got distracted by Poison Daddy. Ninja Daddy. Ninjaddy. Yeah, Ninjaddy. He toxic on my wheezing until I muck. Ninjaddy. He's the Ninja Daddy. Okay. New topic of conversation, guys. Who's the biggest daddy in Pokemon? Okay, I feel like I should make a clarifying statement. When I say who's the biggest daddy in Pokemon, I mean that, like, who is daddy, not father. Because I do think that these two things are different. Because I think that the biggest father in Pokemon is... I'm kind of torn on this one. But for, like, example, like a father in Pokemon is Kukui. He is father. I mean, he could also be daddy, but, like, what I just... As an example, Kukui, like, is father. Daddy, though, that's different. There are no wrong answers. Except if you say, like, Getsus, I'm gonna, like, steal your kneecaps. Giovanni! Geodaddy. That's what people call Zhongli in Genshin. Geodaddy. Zhongli erected the cock. Okay, here's my thing with Giovanni, right? I know like, he gets a reputation for being a bad dad in, like, the game. In the manga, though, actually pretty good as a dad. I know the Pokemon Special is not exactly canon, because there's a lot of, like, differences between, like, the game and the manga, so it can't really be considered canon at all. But I thought that Giovanni's arc in the manga was actually pretty compelling. I forgot that it's a normal type. Something about, like, the fact that, like, in the manga, Silver was taken away from Giovanni, who I think at this point was just the gym leader, who was taken away from him by the Masked Man, and then, like, he just never saw him again. And then Giovanni built this, like, he basically built Team Rocket from the ground up to find a way to reunite with, like, Silver, and, like, even if that meant doing, like, horrible, horrible things. And then when he finally does reunite with Silver, he actually, like, he actually respects him a lot as a person, as an individual. And, like, and then further from that, like, because I think they're on the airship at this time, and then the airship crashes, and, he's literally willing to, like, burn to death just to save Silver in that, like, situation. And I remember, like, Silver saying, like, I hate him, like, I never want to see him again, like, I'm so, like, disappointed to have a dad like that, like, who's a part of Team Rocket. And then Blue, who has every reason to hate Giovanni, is just like, well, he was willing to die a really horrible death just to save you, and he did do all of this just to try and reunite with you. Sure, maybe he's not the best person, but I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with having a father like that. Whether or not he said it just to try to ease Silver's conscience about, like, having a father that isn't, like, Team Rocket is, like, up for debate, I think. But I think even after that, like, in every single instance that Giovanni talks to Silver or talks about him, he seems to really, really care about him. And I appreciate that. It's also a bit of, also one of the Pokemon manga off section has Geo meeting his Persian, which is really... Yeah, I remember that! It was a Pokemon special that was, I think, like... It was released as a mini-story along with the Pokemon card, Giovanni's Persian, where it talked about how he actually met the Persian when he was not old enough to have Pokemon, and he found a Persian out in the woods, and he, like, that was, like, a victim of, like, poaching or something, or, like, Pokemon trafficking, and he got it to a Pokemon Center, but then the Pokemon Center turned out to be, like, dirty bastards, and turned right around and gave it back to the poachers. And then he was able to, like, rescue the Persian. And I think that's, like, really compelling story to, like, having met his, like, Persian. Also interesting to find out that he didn't meet it as a Meow, he met it as a Persian. It kind of reminds me of how in the manga, like, he has a Beedrill, which I know I assume that they gave him a Beedrill because, like, he uses the Beedrill to point its stingers at people. So it kind of, like, perpetuates this sort of, like, idea that, he's, like, pointing a gun. He's, like, pointing a gun. Like, because, you know, no guns in Pokemon. But it still kind of implies that he had a Weedle. He had a Weedle that he caught from Viridian Forest, so I think you mentioned it was his first Pokemon, and then he just kept it all this time. Mafia buys with Pokemon with Beedrill, yeah, like, I just think it's also sweet that it kind of implies that he's kept his, first Pokemon this entire time, even though he, like, says that you should use Pokemon like tools. Additionally, the thing is, like, level 93, so you know he's had it for a long time. I'm stupid, I wasn't paying attention. Ghost type. It's actually, like, very sweet, because, in the Oraz chapters, he's able to Mega Evolve it, which, if we're led to believe that, like, Mega Evolution requires, like, you to have a strong bond with your Pokemon, must prove that he cares about his Beedrill. Also kind of interesting that, like, if you think about it, it's almost kind of funny. He could have been, because if his two signatures are, like, Nidoking and Nidoqueen and Beedrill in the manga, he could have been a poison gym leader. Can Saku please evolve? I'm just gonna finish up this fight and then I'm gonna go beat, like, Gardania to death. Come on, get bodied. Alright, there we go. Very true, he could have been. The fact that most of Rocket uses poison. Water Pulse, okay. It's better than Water Gun. Most of Team Rocket uses poison, and I just think it would have been, like, I guess, an appropriate, like... It would have definitely been, like, an appropriate, appropriate, like, typing to have. It's fine that he's a ground-type gym leader, though. Giovanni's actually really cool. Probably, definitely one of my top favorite, like, Pokemon villains. Oh, yippee, Cake learned Tackle. Let's just get, like, Kudaketa evolved. Since I'm almost there anyways. Man, it's dark as heck in here. I'll turn on my lamp. Alright, is Kudaketa evolved yet? Oh shit, just one more. Well, at least this is more friendship points for Baniri. Excuse me. There we go. Critical hit. It's so much nicer to be able to talk to people while grinding. Grinding by yourself sucks. Oh, Smackdown? Hell yeah, I want that. Smackdown, 50 power, Rock Tomb. We'll just get rid of Rollout. I don't really think Rollout's gonna be that relevant. Okay, enough. Let's go fight Gardenia. Pokemon is definitely like top 10 top 10 when Nightmare Zone, all grind, no enrichment. Yeah. It's nice to be able to talk to people while you grind though. I found that like if I'm on voice call with some friends, like grinding is a bit easier because I can kind of multitask between like grinding but then also talking to them, so it's not so boring. So it's nice to be able to do it on stream. It just sucks to do by yourself just because it's like brain deceased and dead. Okay, so I'm gonna bring Moa with me purely because I think Moa can handle a hit from a grass type if I need to. And then should I bring Sinful with me? Okay. Medi is not gonna be super useful just because like, you know, that freaking electric type, and Cryptide is a Cleffa, which is a fairy type, and I'm afraid of getting poisoned to death. Sid does a confusion, but it's not very high level because I wasn't training it. Let's see, I will bring Sinful as backup, just in case I need help. Just in case I get thrown. Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta look up to see what level. Do you fight Jupiter here? Pokemon BDSP Jupiter. Yeah, it's like Jupiter, right? You fight Jupiter? What is Jupiter's Pokemon in BDSP? She has a Zubat that's level 20 and a Skuntank that's level 20. Or Zubat that's 18 and Skuntank. Okay, her Zubat is way less scary in this game than it is in like Platinum. Her Skuntank knows Snarl, Acid Spray, Poison Gas, and Flamethrower. I do have a ground type, but I don't think Kudaketa doesn't know any ground moves. I could probably body it if I can get a Saku to evolve. Maybe, anyways. And if Saku learns a freaking flying move. Okay. Let's go in with Culture Chimp, and we're just gonna like blast through like everything with Culture Chimp, and then by the time we get to Gardenia, I think Saku will maybe be evolved by then. I mean, we could just body like her with Saku. Okay. I think you have to, this one is like you have to fight all of the trainers. So you have to find them. If I can find them. Isn't there one right here? No? God damn it. Okay. Where's she hiding? What the hell? Oh, there she is! You! They're like all hiding in the trees. You gotta find them and beat them all before you can fight Gardania. Oh, I gotta turn on battle animations. I'm pretty sure this part will just be easy. We're just gonna blast through all of them. When the puzzle is puzzling. Okay, listen. It's hardly a puzzle. Rosalia, I wish I had one of those. It's hardly a puzzle. Like, let's be real. Like, oh, run around the entire gym looking for all the different trainers and then, like, find them and then knock them out. That's not a puzzle. Okay, real talk though, I think that the gym that has the most annoying, puzzle, Lieutenant Surge's gym sucks. Stupid trash can puzzle. Actually the worst. It is kind of a puzzle when they're hiding. Yeah, I mean, I just don't really think it's that much of a puzzle considering, like, you know, they're hiding, yeah, but it's just because they've got brown hair that blends into, like, the environment. But, you know, like, it doesn't require any brain power to figure out. It's just you running into stuff. It's more like a visual puzzle or something. Or like a Where's Waldo puzzle. She's just gonna have 3 Badus. Yeah, 3 Badus. Like, I would consider the Byron gym to be a puzzle, where you have to, like, navigate the platforms. I would consider that a good puzzle. And then Volkner's gym is also its own, like, sort of visual puzzle. Crasher Wake's gym, yeah. I think all of the puzzles in this gen are all based around, like, interacting with stuff in the environment for the most part. Did I just fight her? I think she's here, right? Yeah. And then after her, there's like one more gym trainer. I feel like her having a Turtwig just proves how little, like, grass types there are in this gen. Like, they had to give them, like, the starters. Double kick? Okay. Interesting. Just like your inability to hide your abundance. I don't remember what she said. Don't care. L plus ratio plus your mom plus no one cares. Fighting gym is perplexing of a puzzle, but I may have had a skill. No, that one is actually pretty hard. I liked it. It was a good puzzle, but it was actually kind of difficult. Lindsay. She's the only blonde one in this gym. Yeah, I don't really think it's that much of a skill issue. I do think that that gym puzzle was actually kind of hard, but I liked it. I liked that it was hard. What? Alright. Boo, looks like you've beaten me. Can I fight Gardania? Okay, cool. And finish this up. Maybe we can beat Jupiter's ass and then I'll end stream. Because I gotta eat dinner. Okay. I was hoping that Sokka would be evolved by now. It's fine. I have a plan. Alright. It's a good one, but also damn. I think a lot of the bug gym leaders, I noticed, tend to have pretty good puzzles in their gyms. It's time to kick gum and chew ass. And I'm all out of ass. Okay. Nobody at me. Nothing in my rules said that I can't use attack boosting stuff. Safeguard. Is safeguard against, like, what does safeguard do? Okay, wait, what does safeguard protect against? It's because bug trainers are eccentric, they need to slay in their gym. It's like that one meme. Did I serve? You ate and left no crumbs. Slay. Safeguard stops status conditions. Okay, so that's, well, I mean, that's a little bit relevant because it means I can't poison the poison fang, but whatever, it's okay. We will still beat their ass. Beat they ass. Okay, her Roserade knows, Grass Knot, Petal Blizzard, Stun Spore, and, like, a poison move, I think. This is only gonna be neutral effective, but I double resist her grass moves. So even though I'm not fully evolved, I should be... That was a critical hit? Okay, I think I should be fine. And then she's gonna be locked into using Petal Blizzard. Ah, shit. I forgot that she has a berry. Hey, a badly poison would be really good right now. Please? Can I get a badly poison? Never mind, didn't matter. Yeah, we ate. Woo, Saku! Saku is the goat. Her losing animation's cute. I'm glad that she's happy for you. Let's go! And then Saku's gonna evolve now! Fuck yeah. So now I can use Saku to beat, Jupiter's ass. If I can learn a flying move, please. Please, can I learn a flying move? Please? Please? Please, can I learn a flying move? Puppy upgrade. Can I learn a flying move, please? Flying move, please? No! When does Golbat learn a flying move? Hello? What's my next level cap? 30. Pokemon Golbat BDSP. Oh my god. Standard level up. It learns Air Cutter at level 27? What the heck? Can it not learn Pluck? I can learn Aerial Ace, Pluck. Okay, where can I get Pluck from? Pokemon BDSP Pluck. Floroma Town? Shoot, was I supposed to get it from back there? Uh-oh. God, my other badge is already really crusty. Okay, but I can use cut now, right? stickers. Grass knot. Oh, you know what? Grass knot could be good to teach. Could be good to teach Mowo, because grass knot is based on weight and not like attack necessarily. So it does. I think like the special attack debuff won't matter that much. Okay, we're gonna heal before I go body Jupiter. Yes. Okay, and then... let me see. I realized that, like, a majority of, like, my BDSP playthroughs is just me talking about, like, technical stuff in, like, Pokemon. Hope that's not boring to people. Gotta go defeat a planet. Alright, everybody, let's go to Planet Fitness, and let's go beat up all the managers. Okay, this is weird beef to have, but, like, I think Planet Fitness is kind of, it's kind of unfair that at Planet Fitness, they, like, advertise that, like, their rate or whatever, or, yeah, like, the, I guess, like, the, you know, like, the payment that they have, it's like, oh, and then you just pay, like, what's the price? It's like you pay like $10 like a month or something to like be a member. But that's not actually how much you pay. It's only like the beginning price or something. Like, I don't know. Is that just me? Like, I think it's stupid that they advertise it to be like, oh, and then you pay just like, you just pay like $10 a month and then you can come to Planet. It's just like only $10 a month for the first month, I think. I guess deserve to have beef Planet Fitness when it comes to malicious capitalism. Like, okay, I would be less mad if they were upfront and said that the first month is $10, but I feel like they never tell you that, like, only the first month is $10, and then after that it turns into, like, a regular, like, you know, a regular gym rate. I would be less mad if they just straight up were like, only the first month is $10, and then you gotta pay, like, you gotta pay their normal rate or whatever. But they don't do that. They don't tell you that. Because of course they don't. Oh shit! I completely fucking forgot! Hell yeah, brother! I forgot because, okay, here's the thing, right? I was like, I purposefully didn't get an encounter on this route because I wanted to come back on Friday and catch the Drifloon. I totally forgot that it was Friday, though. Because I think I don't know how good Driftblim is, but Ghost type is always good to have. Wait, no, shit, I don't want to learn that. Yes. And then I can give you a name. Let me see. I'll call you Mog. Okay. Yo, not bad, actually. Aftermath is not going to be relevant because, like, I mean, you know, I don't want to get obliterated, but... Okay, so that's my encounter for this route. Hell yeah, I love ghosts. Ghosts are always good. I don't think there's many ghost types you can catch in this game, huh? There's only, the ones that you can encounter, like Mischievous and such. Okay. So, in this house you can get Pluck? Yes. TMs for Pluck, okay. I definitely want those. Now I can actually teach freaking Golbat a flying move. Let me switch out my Pokemon actually too, so that like I can go fight Jupiter and like level up some Pokemon that I want to use. Okay, so I definitely want to start leveling up Drifloon because Maylene is next, and I think only her Machoke has Rock Tomb. Nobody else has her Machoke has Knockoff and Rock Tomb. And the rest of them don't have, like, stuff that's good against flying. And or Ghost. So, let me see. Oh wait, Mog's like level 22? Okay, you can stay here then. Let's bring Kudaketa, Medi, and then Sinful. I need to level Cake up, because Cake needs to be a Gyarados immediately. Let's bring you instead of Binkabear. I wonder if, like, when you catch the Drifloon, it just matches your highest level Pokemon at the time. Okay, but let's teach Saku Pluck. Because that is 100% something I want to have. So you can actually have a flying move. Even though, unfortunately, my freaking attack minus nature. Little guy on board for friendship, yep. Well, since I have 5 of these TMs, you can learn a Grass Knot. Let's get rid of Sweet Kiss. I don't really want that. At least learn, like, some kind of, like, typing move, just in case I need to send you out. He's on board for friendship, but also because to level you up. I think I've fought most of the trainers in this area. Yeah, shit, man. I completely forgot that I purposely didn't get an encounter there because I was, like, hoping to encounter the, the Drifloon because I wanted it. And I already got an encounter in this area. It was the, Shellos. For the chess move. Now you have a delightful little friend. Yeah! I mean, so I played through BDSP before. I played through BDSP before as, like, a Nuzlocke, and so I kind of got used to the idea that I might have to do some strategic, like... Excuse me, some strategic planning to, like, get encounters that I wanted. Like, for example, you can't get into the Gibble Cave until later. Like, a bit later. But, because I think you need strength to get in there. But specifically, the 2 Pokemon that you can encounter in the Gibble Cave is, like, Bronzor and Gibble and Zubat. Those are the 3 encounters that you can encounter in that floor. So to avoid encountering the Bronzor and having to catch it, you can catch a Bronzor earlier in the route. But to encounter Bronzor earlier in the route, you also have to encounter Ponyta on a different route, so that negates the chance of you encountering the Ponyta on the route that you can catch Bronzor, so that you are forced to catch the Bronzor. I guess it sounds so, like, so strange, but okay. In the route under the bridge, under the biking path, you can encounter Bronzor or Ponyta. I think those are the 2 Pokemon you can encounter there. And, like, something else. I don't know what it is, but, like, those are, like, the main 2 that you can encounter. So, if you encounter a Bronzor there, you are not forced to catch one in the Gibble Cave. But to make sure you encounter the Bronzor, you have to encounter a Ponita on the route above Salacia town. Because Ponita is the most common encounter there. So if you encounter a Ponita there, then it's like Dupe's Claws if you encounter one under the biking path. So then, like, the only encounter you're gonna get that you're gonna be able to catch, or you have to catch, is a Bronzor. And then once you catch the Bronzor and you go down into the Gibble Cave, assuming you already have a Zubat, which I do, then you can only catch the Gibble, like, you are only forced to catch the Gibble by Dupe's Claws. I see encounter maxing. Yeah, I mean, like, I figured that it's just a good, when you're doing Nuzlocks, it's just a good strategy to have, I think, to do that. Because, you know, like, if you have Dupe's Claws on, it's just good to, like, know what you can and can't encounter in places, and then just try to maximize your chance of getting specific encounters. Because, you know, like in this scenario, it would really suck if, like, you missed out on the chance to get a Gibble because, for whatever reason, you encountered a Bronzor because you didn't plan ahead. It's as simple as that. Given the difficulty of the Elite 4+ champions, understandable and very important. Yeah, and also because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the Grand Underground yet. Okay. Here we are in the future, where everything is bright. Trash can? You know, a while ago, I tried to do a playthrough of, Platinum, where I did, like, a Fire-type only playthrough, where I was only allowed to use Fire-types in Platinum, because I think there were just enough Fire-types to make a full team. But then I actually had to kind of rethink my strategy, because it turns out you can't actually get the Heat Rotom in that game, because you can catch Rotom, but, like, you need some kind of special, like, item to be able to unlock the room that allows you to get the appliances. Which really sucks, because I thought that I could cheat my way into the room with appliances, but it turns out that I cannot. And, there's no, like, other fire types you can encounter in that game naturally. Also, what did I pick up? Substitute? I didn't pay attention. What the hell? Did you see that? Girl. Fucking ghost girl. Stop! What the hell? I saw that shit. Fucked up. Oh yeah, this painting. The one where the eyes, like... They added in this creepy detail where when you get close to the painting and when you walk away from it, it laughs at you. Hell nah, dude. Oh yeah, this place is haunted. I haven't run into any shit yet. Okay. Maybe I'm an idiot. Can you only encounter Pokemon in here at night? Do I have to wait until it's night? Never mind. Ghastly. Okay. I know it's not night yet, but is this gonna work? Asking you may receive. Yeah, it did kind of show up right after I was like, are there no ghosts in here? Pulled like a Shane Madej moment. Oh, demons! Demons! Are there any demons here? Oh my god! Cryptide, you're fucking evolving! You're turning big! Boy, that was way sooner than I thought it was gonna be. Unauthorized fucking thing! Now only regular baby. Would you like to... Yes. Okay, who else is on here that I can name after? You can name after on one. On one. There we go. Okay. No nature boost, but I am perfectly fine with that. Honestly, I would rather have no nature boost than like a shit one, you know what I mean? Like, in my book, not having any boost across the board is better than having a garbage one. Okay, you know what? It makes sense that, like, Clefairy, though, like, Cleffa evolved into Clefairy, like, way sooner than freaking Baneri. Neutral nature, where you choose your gains. Yeah. For me, when it comes to my Nuzlockes, I would rather take a neutral nature than a shit one, you know? Because at least a neutral Dreadplate, unlike Baneri, Cleffa does... Yeah. Like, Baneri just happens to be, like, the one Pokemon besides legendaries that, like, just fucking hates your guts from day one. Which, objectively, super hilarious. I think that's very, very funny. Old Godot. So, fun fact. I have a friend who has an OC character called Godot. It's an OC for Pokemon, and he's actually quite popular amongst, like, people. Because I guess people just love, like, sexy old men. Sexy old man character. They basically made a sexy old man character to do, like, old man yaoi with. Because that's exactly what Pokemon needs. More old man yaoi. To be fair, my old man enjoy a 10 out of 10. You should see him then. He's the shit. What does the sign say? I can't read it. I've come to you today to tell you that I think that Pokemon needs to have more old man yaoi. I think there need to be more old men kissing in my Pokemon game. Truth, there needs to be more old men yaoi always. What is the world without old men? If there are no old men kissing in this world, then what is there to live for? You know, they never explained the story. Barren, uncaring universe without old men. Old men simply contain the formula by which we need to be happy. That is to say, you see the old men kissing and you feel nice about it. Okay, You're not coming because there's poison types. Cryptide, I'm leaving you at home because there are poison types and I don't want you to get poisoned to death. You know what? There's this new anime that's come out recently that I've been thinking about. It's okay, I would prefer not to prefer to not die. There's this anime that came out recently, that, like, what's it called? Like, my new boss is Goofy or something. And it's about, like, a guy who, like, starts working at this, like, company. And at first he's, like, really intimidated by his boss because he's kind of stoic and, like, serious looking. But it just turns out that his boss is kind of an airhead and kind of just does silly stuff. Oh my god, yeah! I've seen clips from it. It looks very good. It's very, very cute, but also some moments have got me going a little bit, like, you know, eyebrow raised, gay flag, question mark, gay hand. Are they, you know? Alright, begone thought. And then you, begone thought. Oh, I bookmarked it because I assumed that it was Old Man Yaoi. Okay, here's the thing. It's not Old Man Yaoi. It's not BL, technically. But if you're delusional enough, if you're Delulu enough, it can be in your heart. Everything can be Old Man Yaoi if you just are Delulu enough. Cascoon, huh? Damn, unfortunate. I will become delusional about it. I highly recommend that you become Delulu about it, because I think from the clips that I've seen, they're very cute and I really like them. Because also, without spoiling anything, because this is something that comes later, there's this really, like, freaking, like, there's no heterosexual explanation for this one moment that happens, where, like, good, my mind's eye gay people, like, there's just one moment where, like, okay, the worker is, like, admitting something to the boss, and it's, like, this really, like, deep and personal moment where he's talking about, like, yeah, I was at a really low point in my life, and, like, there's this, like, I remember seeing this thing that, like, just saved my life, and it got me changing differently, and it just really affected me in this, like, really major way. And then it turns out that it was, like, it was something that the boss had, like, a hand in doing or something. Like, and he gets really emotional, and he gets embarrassed, but also, like, really emotional that something he made could have an effect on somebody like that. And it's really, like, like, eyebrow raise. Like, interesting. Me, like, the iCarly picture of her at the computer. Interesting. Oh, sweet. They're just meant for each other. I think that's, like, the name of the game at this point. Okay, wait, actually, speaking of, like, yaoi, though, like, and actual, like, BL stuff, so, there's this, there's, like, two BLs I remember that were, like, coming out or something. One of them was, there was a BL coming out that was an adaptation of, like, a manga that I actually kind of liked, even though it's got a silly name. It's the it's like the Cherry Magic Wizard one. I don't know if you've ever heard of that one. I don't know if that's, like, obscure or not. I think it is like a BL, I think. Level 14? I haven't heard of it, but I'll check it out. Okay, I'll explain the premise of it. So, You know how there's that joke of like, oh, if you are a virgin, like, if you remain a virgin, like, when you turn 30, you will, like, become a wizard? It's kind of based off of that joke a little bit, where I guess in this universe, if you're a virgin, like, if you're still a virgin when you turn 30, you get some kind of magic power. And the main character is this guy who turns 30, and the magic power that he gets is that he gets the ability to read people's minds. And, like, oh my god, wait, I've heard of it. Yeah, like, it's called, like, it's got a really, really, really long title, but the shortened version is, like, Cherry Magic Wizard or something. But, like, yeah, he gets the ability to read minds, and then because he can read minds now, he finds out that his coworker, who, like, is just really stoic and, like, doesn't really say anything, he finds out that his coworker has a really huge crush on him, and he just doesn't know what to do with this information. I think there's another, like, side character, but yeah, like, it sounds weird, but the thing is, so I did read the manga version for that. It's actually really sweet. I think the two of them are actually very sweet with each other. Also, like, they kind of fake you out on some of the tropes, like, sometimes there's that trope of, like, guy A stays over at guy's B house, and then guy B, like, does something to, like, low-key take advantage of him, but then it just never gets acknowledged again, and there's kind of like that one BL trope that's a little yucky. They kind of, like, trick you into thinking that something like that's gonna happen, where, like, the main guy is, like, staying over, like, at his coworker's house, and he's, like, he knows that he has a crush on him, and he's like, oh, I hope he doesn't do anything to me or anything. And he doesn't, it seems like it's going in that direction, but actually, like, when he reads his mind, he's just like, oh man, like, he looks so, like, he's like, I can't, like, my coworker looks so cute, like, wearing, like, my pajamas, he looks so adorable, I just want to, like, look at him forever. Which I do think is, like, really wholesome, actually. Like, they kind of sidestep the, like, yucky trope, and it's just like, nah, the only reason he's in the room is because he just wanted to look at him because he thinks he's cute. And then, like, later they also explained why he has a crush on him, and I think that the reason's really wholesome. For a really silly premise, it actually has a pretty, like, interesting story. It's definitely one of the better BLs, I want to say. What kind of Pokemon is this guy gonna have? Is this a scientist? Hey, why are the scientists sweaty looking in this game? Like, this guy looks yucky. Well, this is exactly the kind of conversation that we want to have while playing Pokemon, right? A conversation about BL. That's what everybody, like, comes to a Pokemon playthrough to talk about. Get those levels. This won't go unpunished. Who cares? L plus ratio plus who cares? Just gonna do that for insurance. Honestly, some of the silliest premises have the good stories, because it's a very grab it and run and how unapologetic it is being like that. Yeah? Okay. I'm just gonna freaking body Jupiter with Saku. Alright. Fuck off. Oh shit, I didn't turn on battle animations. Whatever. Her outfit is dumb. God, the Team Galactic admin themes slap so hard. The chibi style is hilarious and the battles are normal, yeah. They got this, like, chibi Jupiter, but then, like, it goes into battle and it's just like, I'm big now. She's morphing into a bigger size. Alright, gimme your berry. She's gonna go for the flamethrower? Okay. That didn't do as much That didn't do as much damage as I thought it was going to, so I think we're good. I also have an Oron Berry on me too, just in case something bad happens. Is she gonna go for a heal? No, she's not. Okay. Ouch. I forgot about that. Fuck yeah, dude. Eat that shit. Spite? I mean, what does this do? Just cuts... I don't really need that. Losing to... I like she's so angry about it, and then it's gonna go back to her sprite of just being, like, tiny. Well, aren't you tough? That's okay, though. Our official Pokemon statue investigation is finished, and Mars has collected energy from the Valley Windworks. Pretty much finished here. I'll let you on one thing. Whatever, I don't care. They were just like, Clefairy comes from space, which means that if we want the space energy... Okay. Here's the thing, right? About this game, and like Diamond and Pearl and Platinum in particular. One of the flaws, I think, in the plot is the fact that, like, they kind of have this whole thing where, Team Galactic's trying to gather energy, and, like, they're all about space or whatever. Like, but they don't really well define it, as for, like, what that has to do with their ultimate goal of summoning a legendary, because Cyrus's whole thing is like, oh, I'm going to reset the universe because I think this world sucks, and I think that, like, I can do it better. That's his, like, deal, right? And it's like, okay, that's cool, but what does that have to do with space energy? Like, what did they need, like, all this, what did they need to steal all this power for that, like, they needed to summon a legendary? It has, like, nothing to do... I mean, it could have something to do with it, but they don't ever make that connection in the game. Okay. Here's how I would fix this, right? Like, here's how I would just change it. If they just added in, like, one throwaway line where they were like, oh, we need, like, the space energy to power our special, like, capsules or whatever that that we're gonna have the Lake Guardians trapped in so that we can, you know, like, blah, 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 like, blah, 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 like, we need it for our our special capsules for the Lake Guardians. Then I might understand that why they were collecting energy and why it specifically had to be space energy or something. That could make sense. But they never tell you that, so it just kind of doesn't make sense. I'm here to sell. I'm gonna sell you because I don't need you. And then I'm gonna buy. No, wait, shit. I want to buy. I don't think I need any Pokeballs necessarily, but... buy a couple more of these. And then since I can actually buy these, I will buy some of these. And then... I don't know, just in case I need these. Okay. Did all I said I was gonna do. Almost reached like 3 hours at this point, so I think I will stop at this point. I mean, I wouldn't go down the biking road, right? I'm supposed to go like... No, yeah, I'm supposed to go down this way because I gotta go to the other city, right? Okay, well, before I go to the biking road, I'm just gonna like stop here. Okay. Is there anybody streaming right now that I can raid into? In an hour, okay. I don't think so. Okay. I think one of my friends might be streaming. Okay. I'm gonna raid into somebody else, though. Not that, like, it's, like, a huge deal or anything, but... Okay, thanks everyone for coming. So... I think... next week... I'm gonna be streaming next week, Tuesday and Friday, like always. Or at least try to, as long as I'm not busy. Definitely... At this rate, I think I'm mostly just going to be doing my BDSP playthrough, because that one seems to be, like, doing relatively well, but I might play, more Potions Permit, maybe. Or maybe next week, I might try to, like, find a scary game to play. I'm thinking that next week I can try to play, like, a scary game, like, I know Ebe and Mad Father, like, are games that I really, really enjoy. And I might just try to, like, play those and just maybe play both of those next week and just see if I can get through the whole game. Maybe Mad Father. It's been a hot minute since I've seen Mad Father, and I think that's a really good game. That one's gonna be, like, a flex for my, like, voice acting skills or my ability to read, though, so it's gonna be very atmospheric. But anyways, thank you everyone for coming. And I hope you have a good night, but don't go anywhere just yet. I'm gonna raid into Saku. Just... Alright. Good night, everybody.